All right, welcome back. I I just went through and double checked my files. I just lost a 28-minute recording of Balloon. So, to clarify what I missed, what you guys missed, I talked about a couple of different things, which sucks. So I'm gonna have to cover them again. But um, basically, all I did was um, go do a bit of mining. I also went and got some food. I got some pork chops, some steak, I guess cooked beef, because they keep changing things. I got some wool for a bed, and I built a campfire. I think that's. Oh, and I started expanding the land a little bit. I got a little bit of spruce wood. That's basically all I did in the span of 26 minutes, 28 minutes, whatever the recording was. But that is lost now, so I get to go over everything again. Yay! Okay, so uh, um, hopefully it doesn't lose its processing or whatever again. Um, a couple things I want to touch base on again, and to just extend time a little bit, I'll go over it a little slower. So yeah, I mean, sword ability's down too. Um, so I am considering ending the series here. Honestly, I I want to see what I haven't even posted part two. I'm gonna see if people like part two, if they like part three as well. I'll keep the series going. I'll do my best to transfer over the world to my new computer, um, because that's gonna be a process. When I want to pause so nothing kills me. Um, wow, brain fog. Um, yes. So if once I buy my new computer in 12 days, I spent. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go on another interlude. Okay, so I spent like I spent too long going over the math. I think I spent probably maybe a minute trying to do the math on the difference between now and the 28th, 28th of November, which is going to be Black Friday, I believe, if I'm not brain dead. So if this recording goes well, then yeah, I did the math right first try. But I keep bringing this up, and people are probably really sick and tired of it. I'm gonna keep bringing it up because, well, I can, and no one can stop me because I'm standing. I guess I'm using a standing desk right now. I'm standing alone in my room, my office room combo, and I'm recording a video, and no one can stop me. Um, but yeah, so wow, I'm gonna get a new computer. Hopefully, it processes better, all that jazz, all that fun stuff. Um, and I'll be able to capture all this better and everything. It's gonna be less choppy. I can probably look cooler and everything, like I know what I'm doing. But yeah. So I might end the series now if it doesn't do too well, and come back to Minecraft in the future. And as such, in the meantime, I was thinking I could record some videos on Terraria because it's a lot easier on my computer. I love playing Terraria. I don't play it enough on PC, so I'm gonna look like an idiot, but it's gonna be really fun. Um, I like that idea. I also have other games I like, Dispatch, like I mentioned before. I'd love to do maybe a stream in the future when I have more viewers. Stream on Twitch and YouTube. I need to make a Twitch account too. Um, and to think I want to make this my profession. But yeah, I'd love to do other games. Oh, I never cooked this. Wow. Um, I also would love to do Skyrim, maybe even Oblivion. I never finished Morrowind, which is really funny because I love the Elder Scrolls. I'd love to do Dragon Age. I really love Dragon Age Origins. I've never really played it on PC, and now that I have it in my Steam library, I'd love to really play it. Um, I have the other games on my Xbox, so I can uh, I need to get a capture card and or one of those adapters and be able to capture it because I can also maybe do other things like Breath of the Wild, um, which I don't want to exclusively be a gaming channel. I mentioned this in my first recording. I don't want to be held down as like the gamer and the epic, the musical guy. Um, I really want to be able to branch off, maybe do some baking. I really love fitness too. Talk about fitness. Going back to video games, I love to play Halo, talk about Halo. Love Halo. Oh my God. Um, I also, once I get a better microphone too, because I mean, I am grateful for this. This was gifted to me, and it works pretty well. Um, and I mean, I don't have like the most fun, fantastic voice. Obviously, I'm trying to keep it minimalistic because I don't want to like completely blow out the microphone. But I'd love to invest in a better microphone, more powerful, work better with the system. Um, because I also want to on YouTube because I can't because there's monetization and copyright and all that. I wouldn't be able to make money necessarily off of it, but I'd love to do music videos, like do covers of songs that I love. Mostly because I remember watching Peter Hollins. Absolutely love his work. I remember one of the comments he replied to of mine, and I felt so giddy. Um, but I love his work and him, Caleb Hyles, other artists. Whoa, okay. Um, really, I love Melinda, other people like that. I'd love to do stuff like theirs, and but I need to invest either in more instrument practice. For the, I mean, I've never really talked about this. Um, I used to play violin a lot. I used to be mediocre. I did it when I was like back when I was like 10, up to about 10, between 10 and 13, I played violin a lot. I was fine. I wasn't anything special, but I was never terrible at violin. I still know how to hold the bow and everything, apply rosin, because some things never leave you. But I also practiced guitar for a bit. I got decent. I could play a couple chords, all that fun stuff. I have not played in years. I need to really get back into that. I have in fact, my guitar's maybe a foot and a half away from me right now at my feet. I haven't really touched it in a bit. I probably need to retune it too. Um, but I'd love to also invest in like music editing software, maybe do some synth work, stuff like that. I saw some shorts by John Michael Howell. He does some cool stuff. But I want to be able to do a bunch of different things. In fact, I like the idea of doing a fitness video. I might need to get like a GoPro or something and uh, talk about workouts I do, things like that. Um, but I like the idea of being able to branch off and do a bunch of things. I want to have like my core stuff, like gaming. I think could be a good core idea. I know some other people in my friend circle and my family who are looking at becoming creators. I also want to be able to support them and maybe shout them out here and there, collab with them, do all that fun stuff if I ever get big enough. Um, I also want to talk about games I like playing that are like tabletop RPGs. I love Call of Cthulhu. I think it's the only D100 system I really love, honestly. Um, I love D&D 5th edition and some of the new rules with 2024. I have some problems with them, but I like combining them into like a weird 5.5 thing. I love Pathfinder. Um, I love Second Ed, D&D Second Ed. And I'm not a huge fan of Pathfinder Second Edition. I don't love that everything's a feat, but I'd love to talk about TTRPGs. I also like the idea of doing audiobooks, maybe either do Audible stuff or maybe do some Reddit stories as a fun little gimmick. Test out my audio reading. But there are some books I'd love to do, maybe audio dramas even of, get some friends in on that. Um, two books I absolutely adore, The Hobbit and The Giver. Counting the Stars is another really good one. For those that don't know it, it's Lois Lowry, and it's a story about someone, family who does their best to survive the Holocaust. I'm not going to spoil too much about it, but it's a really good book. Highly recommend looking for it. I also love the Hunger Games books; those are really good. But I like the idea of being able to do a bunch of stuff. What else did I talk about in my? I'm trying to remember everything like I really went over in my last one. I said I was going to try and do some fast forwarding stuff, but because I'm not really doing any mining, um, I'm not really going to focus on that. Okay, the wheat's growing. I'm gonna. Do I have more wheat seeds? I don't. Okay, unless I put them away. Um, okay, I did. So I also have this idea of posting some more exclusive content on my Patreon. So if I ever get like, I know there's probably some licensing stuff. Excuse me, I had to burp. I don't want, hopefully that didn't pick up on the audio. Um, but I mean, if I can get through the licensing, I'd love to do audiobooks on my Patreon, even if I can legally do that, or if I have to through Audible, I'll do that through Audible, whatever I need to do. But I like that idea of being able to do some reading too, because I mean, I don't love being read to, but I've been a theater kid all of my life. I've been in performing groups since I was like 4, I want to say. Yeah. Local performing groups where I'm from. Um, I've moved from there since, but I do plan on visiting for Thanksgiving. I'm excited for that. But I'd love to do audiobooks too. I like the dramatization. Whoa, I can't even talk apparently. Dramatization. Um, God, I feel like Domix with rural, Rur- rural, rural. Rur- I'm not gonna try and rip off this video. Um, rural. Wow. Okay. So, I like I've always been into over dramatized content because I'm a hyper imaginative theater kid. So maybe that's why talking to a microphone is so easy for me naturally. Um, but yeah, I'd love to do some other content like that. But I also have some other Patreon exclusive ideas. I plan on doing a schematic build or like a bunch of build ideas for a house for this world. If these do well, so I'm gonna post part two tomorrow. It's the 16th as recording, so I'll post it on the 17th. If it does well, then I will post part three the next day, probably. I guess well, yeah, and then I'll hold off on some other stuff. I'll hold off on the shorts other than that. Um, yeah, if part two and part three do well, I will then, well, no, I'll probably post part three afterwards. If part two does well, I'll post part three. If part three does well, then I will do the video recording of the build design for, I mean, I'm gonna pre-record it, but I'm gonna release the video recording of the bunch of designs for houses and stuff on Patreon. I'll do it for both my $1 and $5 tier members. I do plan on releasing more free stuff on Patreon. I mean, when I talk about D&D and stuff, I plan on, so I also am working on I know there's a 5th edition Star Wars thing. I have personal problems with it. I like some of the stuff it has. I don't like a lot of the stuff it does have. Personally, I believe that a lightsaber, being one of the most deadly weapons, should be near instantaneous in taking out a character. So I'm building my own thing. I'm building the races. I have a long list of races. I think it's somewhere around like 16 races that I'm building from scratch, and then I'm gonna build like 6 classes, 4 to 6 classes, like from scratch that I'll be releasing for free on Patreon because legalization, I can't monetize that. It's gonna be available for everyone. I plan on also designing a custom character sheet. So if anyone wants to design their own and submit it, I'd be happy to share it with everyone. I'd give them person credit um, and everything, obviously, because personally, I'm very big on people receiving the credit they deserve. Um, but yeah, if anyone's interested as well in designing their own 5th edition Star Wars themed character sheet, feel free to contact my business email. It should be available in my YouTube channel. If not, it is at morganator707 at gmail.com. But feel free to send me um, any like mock-up things you have as like a PDF or anything like that. Um, I'll post it in the description below if you want to contact me via that. I'd be happy to share it with everybody. What was I gonna say? My brain just disappeared. Um, but yeah, I like the idea of doing that. So that'll be available for free when it's done. I basically just started on it a couple days ago. I have the oh my God, I'm spacing the names of the races. I'm actually a huge Star Wars fan too. I alphabetize them and everything. Um, whoa. I have two. I have Bith and I have um one other race like fully done, and after that I'm working on Duro right now. For context, Bith are the Cantina Band members. That's kind of their species. But I have that one done. What's the other one? I'm working on Duro right now. Duro are like Cad Bane and everything. Um, oh, I made Chiss as well. Chiss are for those that never watched Rebels or Ahsoka. Chiss are, or for those that have at least. Um, Grand Admiral Thrawn is a member of the Chiss race. I finished them too. So I worked on Bith and Chiss, which just sounds really funny now that I say it out loud. And I'm currently working on the Duro. But I have like Gungan, Ewoks, Jawas, Wookiees, droids. My plan is to make a bunch of like sub races of droids. I'll probably make a video exclusively talking about my plans and everything. I can probably rant about that for about 10 minutes. I mean, I've already talked about this for what, four maybe? But yeah, I have plans. Like I said, I'll be releasing that on Patreon for free. So even if you don't want to be a paid member, you'll be able to watch it. And if you do want to be a paid member, I really appreciate the support. So I'm just gonna plug my Patreon again. Um, yeah, there'll be some more exclusive content finally. I'll be working on the building video. Should probably at least collect some wood so that this isn't just me yapping at people. I'll be releasing that house build video where I probably just build a bunch of different houses or build one. I'll be releasing that soon on Patreon. I'll record it and everything probably today, honestly. I have the time. Um, yeah, so that's gonna be there. And as always, I mean, like, I love hearing from you guys. So please, if you want to hear me talk about a particular thing or play a particular game, probably gonna be after Black Friday, but I'd love to look at it, cover it, especially free games because free is always fun. But if there are any like indie games you really want me to check out, oh, another one I love playing is Hollow Knight. I just thought about that. I have not played Silksong yet. I have not purchased Silksong. I really want to eventually play Silksong, but I feel like I should probably post a. I've only ever beaten Hollow Knight once, and that was 3 years ago, I want to say, and I haven't really touched it since. So I'd love to get back into Hollow Knight and then like play around with Silksong eventually. I don't know why I just did that. Wow. Um, brain fart. But yeah, I'd love to do Silksong and Hollow Knight. I love Hollow Nest. I don't remember the name of the new place. It's honestly, I didn't pay enough attention to the trailers and everything. I haven't watched Mossbag's video on the lore yet. I want to surprise myself. I haven't thankfully gotten any spoilers for Silksong other than the Bell Beast. That's all I know. That's one of the bosses. And that's kind of like your new Stag Beast, which I'm gonna miss the Stag Beast. He was really funny in the first Hollow Knight game. Oh, Farloom. That's the name of the place. It's Farloom. Wow. The wonders of being able to remember what you were trying to talk about. But I don't know. That could be really fun too. And I'm not really good at Hollow Knight. I spent I think a week trying to fight the Mantis Lords because I just could not figure out their attack patterns. And I mean, I will say I beat every Dark Souls game. Dark Souls 2 took me a very long time, but I beat it. Um, so I'm not like a what would be the right term here. I'm not a noob gamer. So like I like Elden Ring. Elden Ring's really fun. I beat Dark Souls. I beat all three Dark Souls, mainline Dark Souls games. I have not played Night Rain. Night Rain would be fun, but so I'm not like bad or anything. But I think it's that platforming aspect of Hollow Knight that kind of throws me off a bit. So I'm making it like 2D and I mean, I love the art too. Oh my god, the art direction of Team Cherry is incredible. But there's something about making it a platformer that for me makes it a lot harder. So like I remember trying to get to the Kingdom's Edge and I was just dying and dying and dying. I lost so much geo. Oh my god. I lost probably hundreds of geo. I want to say probably around 600, but I'd love to get back into that, start a new save, all of that fun stuff. Probably buy it on Steam at this point because I've never played modded Hollow Knight. I like the idea of doing a modded Hollow Knight where I can like change my look and everything. I saw someone. I mostly know them for their Zelda content. I can't remember. I think it's JoJo Jets. I think it's JoJo Jets. Had I saw one of his YouTube shorts and he had this really cool headband across the night, similar to one of the Nail uh, Fighting Brothers. And I think that could be really cool if I can like adjust the cloak color and all that fun stuff. I mean, I wouldn't do anything crazy, just mostly cosmetic mods. But I'm gonna come back to this. I'd love to play Skyrim again. Absolutely adore Skyrim. I've bought it way too many times. I've played it way too many times. Um, and I'd love to make a character with you guys too. Like, I'll probably make a community post, just talking about what Skyrim character I should make when I'll start that series when I get the new computer because of course I have to. That'd be really fun. I'm excited to see what I can do. I'm gonna end things here. I'm gonna probably I'm gonna take a break and then work on that other video. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Comment down below. Helps the algorithm. I'd love to hear any suggestions you have, any ideas you want to hear me cover, any songs you want me to maybe cover in the future if I can get a better microphone. Um, and invest in like audio software and whatever. And as always, thank you so very much for watching.